Hey YouTubers, this is Aces DK, and today I'm going to be playing a mod called No More Room in Hell. It's for the Source engine, so you're going to need Counter-Strike or something similar if you want to play it. You can get it on Steam now because it was recently greenlit, which is for indie games. So just jump on there if you want to download it from what you see here, if you think it looks fun. So let's just get right into the gameplay. The first thing you might notice right off the bat with this is there's no HUD in the game. You can press C to pop open the HUD, which I should do later in the video. But right off the bat, there's nothing to indicate at all. Besides when you pick up weapons and you switch through your weapons, there is something that will pop up. But that's it. So the game right off feels pretty hardcore almost. I mean, you've got nothing on your screen. I'm running around with a lighter. So what I'm playing right now would be survival. So what you do is you have an objective. It could be a couple things, but this one only has one. So you have Zone A. And basically the objective is you sit inside of this zone, or you can run around the map, and the zone would be the church. And you've got to protect the zone from having zombies invade it, so when they get inside and there's a certain amount, you'll start losing the zone. Your percentage up there that's in the top left of the screen will start going down, and when that reaches 0 and you have no zones left, you lose. So on this map, if that goes down to 0, you immediately lose since there's no backup zones. When you spawn on the map, all the weapons are already there. There is weapon drops later in the game from a helicopter that will come by. And if I'm correct, there's a wave that you have to live up to, but I do not know the wave because I've never gotten that far. And I'm not necessarily bad at this. It's just the fact that it's hard to work with your teammates when there's so many zombies. I mean, by round 5, I think you're getting like 97 or something, and ammo is very scarce.
I got 7 shots left.
As you can see, I mean, I've only got 7 shots in this gun that I'm starting off with, and there's probably not ammo laying around that's obvious for this thing anywhere. So I'm running around with a hammer outside here, probably looking for more supplies. And I was gonna go inside this door, but it turns out to be locked, and the only way to get those open is with a key or a welder. And on this map, unfortunately, there is no keys at all. Anywhere, someone just decided, hey, let's screw them over by not throwing keys in. So the only way to get that undone is a welder, and you'll see this later, but I'll go under the church, and there is a room under the church that has a locked door, which you can see inside of, and it has a welder in there. So the only welder on the map is inside of a room that's locked, so you can't get to the welder unless you have a welder. So the only way to get there is if you have a supply drop that has a welder in it, and that's not always going to happen. It screws you over completely. It's really stupid. And the room that's locked off is probably the most essential. It has tons of items in it. So the melee system on this game is pretty simple. You just either left click for a short attack or hold left click and you'll do a charged up attack, which I will demonstrate. Boom. And that does more damage. And what you're seeing me do right after I hit is if you hit V, you'll push them away. And the reason I'm doing that isn't because I don't want to take damage. I could care less about my health, because zombies don't kill you that fast. They only do like 10 damage and you have 100 health. But the thing is there's a certain percentage that they'll infect you on any hit. And it's not based on how much damage they've done, it's not based on anything, it's just completely random, like it should be. Which is realistic, I mean, for zombies, for the level of realism you're gonna get. But it's realistic and it makes sense, but it's hardcore sometimes when you go out there and you get hit one time and you immediately get infected, and there's no way to cure your infection, except for a bullet to the brain, like Fallout says. But the only way to necessarily cure it is to just take pills and ward it off. You can keep it away from you and just keep taking pills when supply drops come in, but that's the only way to keep the infection from killing you. Otherwise, your screen will slowly go black, and there will be veins that come over, and you'll just slowly die. It's pretty horrific. I mean, and once you get to a certain point, people can kill you off. There's a hardcore mode, and there's a non-hardcore, but either one, if you're on low health and you're infected, they can just kill you. They can make that decision to say, hey, when you die, you're gonna come back, and you'll try and kill us, so we better kill you first so we can pick you off right now. And some people are okay with that. They'll just be like, hey, whatever, I'll respawn next round. And then other guys are not so nice about it. They'll kind of argue with you or try and kill you if you're on hardcore, which really sucks. So here's this little underground basement. And that door that you see there is locked. And there is the only welder on the map locked inside. So right now I'm just searching for a better melee weapon because honestly the claw hammer is really, really bad, guys. Just don't even Don't even try and use this thing. If you have nothing left, I just suggest you switch to your fists. Same kind of thing with a hatchet. That is not a good melee weapon. A couple days ago, which is when I did this, I thought it was good, and honestly, it's not. If you can get a headshot, it's good, but it's really unlikely. Like, the fire axe is awesome for headshots, and one of the guys in here is really good with it, but this thing is just horrendous. Horrendously bad. I mean, besides that, that's pure luck. But I can't use it. But that guy right there, he has a fire axe, he kills with that thing. So one of the things, I don't know if any developers watch this, or anybody that's related to the developer team, one of the things that I'd like to see put in is like, I mean, it's really minute, but like hit marks on the zombies when you hit them with melee weapons, because it feels really like uninteractive when you take a knife and you slice them 4 times in their sides and they have no marks on them at all. I mean, it's kind of weird, you know? But yeah, that guy next to me is picking them off with a fire axe. Or no, sorry, not that guy. That guy right there is picking him off with a fire axe. This guy gets killed. And when you fall straight down when you die, that's how you know you're gonna turn. If your body just ragdolls, you'll just stay dead. But if you just fall straight down on the ground, that means your guy is gonna come back up and be a zombie and come after him. So that guy, Nanin, ends up chopping the other guy that came back up down. So now I'm just wandering around trying to find some more supplies. And honestly, I really hate this map. It's one of the worst maps to find supplies on. Like, the fact that you have to get the welder, and that's the only way to open anything, is really stupid. Honestly, I don't know if this is, I assume this is a developer map. I feel like it's hard. And I'm not just complaining because I don't like it being hard, it's just like all the stuff you find is just pure crap. And everything's hidden away. I mean, other maps, it can be super easy sometimes. You just find a little blue key and you just put it in a door, bam, you got like guns and everything. But this, no, it's really hard to find anything that's worth running around outside and getting. I mean, there's a couple weapons, but it's not that common to find anything good. So, I'm not sure how that works right there, but I think the air that you can hear, I think that's fuel or something, and if you shoot or something through that area, it explodes. Because I know they have maps that are like that, and I know that's not there for no reason. There's a lot of map interaction on these, especially if you play objective, because honestly guys, I mean, objective it's pretty fun. It's not my favorite. I mean, I like both. I like objective and survival pretty equally, but it's kind of fun to do whatever the map is. It changes every map, but I mean, it's different. One of them you have to blow a hole in a wall, and that's kind of cool to do. So this is the beginning of another wave, and these are runners, and I feel terrible saying this, the black guy you see that was coming at us is a player that died, because the player models are only used if it's somebody that's already been killed. They don't spawn the player models for the zombies. They only spawn them for the actual players. So yeah, we had to take down another player. So this is another player that I just ran into. And holy crap, what was that? Okay, I think somebody blew up my gas can I set in there earlier. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's sitting up there anymore. That's really random, but okay. Alright, guy. Whatever, that's cool. Just, you know, just load the whole church. Set on fire. So now I got the fire axe, which made me happy. Oh, and these two idiots come through. So Comet Virginity was trying to kill this guy that was infected, and the guy didn't want to die because he had pills or something, but the guy was really low health, so I figured it wasn't worth it, so I killed him. Yeah, I know, you're all gonna say that was really stupid, but hey, whatever. Anyway, so we left some supplies there, but I'm pretty sure his 22 doesn't have any ammo, and 22 is pretty bad anyways. So I spent a couple seconds here trying to get a good shot, and I went into focus mode just then, and I really don't know anything about focus mode at all. I haven't read up on it or had time to look up stuff about it. But all I know is that you stay zoomed in for a bit and it focuses, and I assume, you know, you're more accurate, but I don't know. You never know. So I think it's just me and Comet Virginity, so we're trying to fend off these guys. And you'll see right here, Fire Axe is pretty nice. And really I should be going for the power attacks. I'm not sure why I wasn't. Yeah, like that right there. It's just a super easy kill. Or right here, boom, insta-kill. So nice. So there's the HUD, or I guess the compass that pops up. Basically tells you if you're playing objectives, it would tell you where your objective is, and yeah, tells you what direction you're going, which you don't really need to know, but anyways, so we're getting kind of, you know, starting to get overrun here, and there's still 19 zombies remaining this round, and with only 2 people, getting in round 4 is going to be pretty hard, or at least surviving round 4, because I think it's 97 if I'm correct. So I got kind of hurt there, unfortunately. And the thing with this game is it's really weird. You can be at super low health, and Comet died, so I watch him. Or actually, no, wait. The game derped right here. I don't know what happened. Comet's died. Oh, no. He had it was a respawn token. I just realized this. It was a respawn token is why he came back alive. But yeah. It's kind of weird. You can just immediately pop back in if you get enough kills on zombies. So I'm checking this ammo here to make sure there's nothing I can actually use. And I'm not sure why I picked up the 5.56, honestly. I don't know. So yeah, my screen's really dark, which can obviously tell you, you know, I'm low on health. But it can be super bright, and then you get hit and you just die immediately because you're really low on health. It's really weird. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, this game gets really dark at some points. Like, you can't even see a thing. Especially when you're low on health or you're getting infected. So I pop open my lighter. I'm checking around down here. And I kind of decided it'd be a good idea to board this up. So I board up downstairs, hoping that I could hide down here. And I didn't realize this, but I mean, if you look at the remaining, there's only 4 zombies left, so really I could have just barricaded the church. Probably would have been a better idea. So I head back up and drop the crap I don't need. Switch to the best weapon in the game, yeah. Fire axe, love this thing. Man, this is creepy. I hate being out here. I hate being outside in this game more than I have to be ever. Like, running out in the streets in this game is probably the most terrifying thing when there's runners. I mean, and if you don't have ammunition, you don't have a gun even. All you have is melee, and there's just runners chasing you. I mean, with how limited sprint you have and how fast you don't go, it's really scary. And if you're dying slowly, it's, oh my gosh, you definitely feel scared. And I'm gonna take a whack at this one. That was kind of weird. It didn't even make the impact noise that time. So little things like that show up, but I haven't had any real major glitches with this game, which is good. Like anything, it's all been pretty smooth so far. So I head back in, and this zombie isn't even from this round. Like, if there's 4 zombies left or something, the round will end. So this is one from last round, and I pick him off, and this gun doesn't have any ammo from earlier, and crap. So these 2 idiots come in, and I try and chop them down, and it doesn't turn out well for me. Aw. I get infected. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this, definitely check out the mod. I'll put a link in the description of the video. And this is one of the harder maps, so don't be turned off by the fact that this looked a little bit harder. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.